La-di-da-di-da. Grown man making a chocolate video. My wife keeps bringing home these things. Yeah, they're addictive, but today we're going for some real chocolate. All right, we're gonna check out two of the best chocolate shops in Queens, if not in the city. But first, good old CVS for a special surprise at Schmidt's Chocolate, which we'll hit up after. Aigner Chocolate, I don't know. Aigner. I don't know if it's French or German or what kind of word it is. I read up on it like a year ago when I wanted to make this video last year and then got lazy and it just passed. But today it's happening. Chocolate excursion. Choc excursion, baby. Okay, so these look great. They're a little cropped. These are Woodhaven posters from the neighborhood that Schmidt's Chocolate is in. Long story, I'll get to it. I don't like that I had to cut it myself because there was a whole bunch of white at the top. But whatever, CVS is not like a photo shop, and so many photo shops don't exist anymore that you gotta go to a pharmacy. But they came out pretty good. High gloss, nice detail. I mean, big enough to definitely be a collectible. Probably about half the size of the one that's in my parents' bathroom now. So what you're looking at here is the same poster blown up large from the same photo, commissioned by the Business Improvement District of Woodhaven, where Schmidt's Confectionery is, which includes a lot of staple shops from decades ago, including Schmidt's, which is still around. I could not find an original version of the illustration, so I took a picture of their big poster in the Schmidt's store, remastered it, and printed a big one for my parents. They put it in the bathroom because it's something good to look at while you're on the can. And I printed some more recently to bring to Schmidt's. Before we go to Schmidt's, we're going to check out another great chocolate shop, Aigner Chocolates. Both Schmidt's and Aigner are purported to be German confectionaries with German chocolate recipes. Tally ho. Off the bus for me. Gonna head down Metropolitan Avenue. Me and my cousin's old stomping ground. My stomping ground still. But that's another story, another Woodhaven story for another Woodhaven time. Yo, these people are crazy. But these old people can't wait to cross because, you know, they're not gonna make the walk sign. So they gotta get a little head start and maybe get run over by the left turning vehicles. Anyway, at the Woodhaven Metropolitan Junction, just a couple blocks down to Aigner Chocolates. Aigner Chocolates, Aigner Chocolates, Aigner Chocolates, Aigner Chocolates. Someone reset the box. We're about to find out. Great chocolate shop. Come get your Valentine's Day stuff here. If you live in New York and you want to make a little excursion to unknown regions, to the outer rim of Queens, New York, coming east from Woodhaven Boulevard on Metropolitan, passing the old abandoned tracks, might be turned into a greenway. Kind of hope they stay abandoned. Royal Comics, if you want to support a local business and you're in Queens, come out here. Great food on this street too.
Stay on target.
But first, let's just take a glance at this mural. Nice little drawings. Little kind of notebook style, composition book style, after school, during school drawings. I like it. It's a big shop too. Here's one of these little plazas on Metropolitan that has a fake parking lot. You can't even drive in there, but there's a whole bunch of bumpers. And if they were gone, people would be able to pull in there. Not that that matters for me anymore, because my car is stolen. Passing Moderna Pharmacy, great pharmacy. Very nice people. Passing a Spot. Yo, if you were a kid who lived in Glendale, Woodhaven, Rego Park, Forest Hills, Richmond Hill, you knew this spot. This was the good old McDonald's. It's all corporatized now. Looks very Soviet. I know those two things are contradictory, but they're actually not in many cases. Look at this gray square boxy thing. There used to be a train inside for kid, like the tables, each booth was a car in the train. The front booth was all decked out. Right in there, the train was along that wall. That's another story. My cousin who lived here for a while, he loved trains, but he never got to see that McDonald's. Never ever. Passing the Sunoco that I brought my limping, dying car to one night and resuscitated over there on the side.
Stay on target.
A lot of people know Metropolitan Avenue in Brooklyn. But come explore east of Woodhaven Boulevard. Cinemart, Eddie's Sweet Shop, maybe some D's Wood Fire Pizza. But first, uh-oh, here we go. 1 block away. And here we are. Get out the way, bus. Aigner Chocolates. Yes, sir. Chocolates made fresh daily. Nice little ivy front. I don't know if that's real, but it's beautiful. Established 1930. Damn, it's gonna be 100 years soon. Ring bell for service. They even got a walk up. Let's take a look, see. Oh yeah. Hi, how are you? Do you have any of the Star Wars chocolates here?
Any what kind of chocolates?
Any of the Star Wars molds?
Stay on.
With these Millennium Falcons. Founded in 1930, originally called Krause's Candy, Aigner Chocolates was located on Myrtle Avenue and eventually moved to the current location at Metropolitan, and in 2015 was taken over, saved, preserved, and still expertly maintained and run by restaurateurs Mark Libertini and Rachel Kellner. Can I get 2 of the... Actually, give me like 4 of the chocolate covered gingers and 5 lemon peels, 1 of the dark graham crackers, 1 of the Oreos. Do you have honeycomb? Oh yeah, can I get a few of those? Just fill up the rest with orange peels, whatever can fit. Oh wow, you have ice cream in the summer?
We do kinds and quarts right now.
Wow. Did you say this place used to be called Klaus's?
Krause's.
Oh.
Yeah. There's this old German guy
You
and
ready?
his wife that owned it.
Do you know how to pronounce it now? Thank you.
Krause's.
No, how do you pronounce the name of this place? Because
No.
me and my wife butcher it.
Aigner's.
Aigner's. Krause's.
Yeah. Yeah. They had I remember they had a counter here. And this guy, an old big German guy. Was,
Yeah?
Yeah, it was. But still, I mean, look at this.
I know. I'm doing a little video on Queens chocolate shops right now. I'm going to Schmidt's next. You know where Schmidt's is? On
Schmidt's?
Jamaica Avenue?
No.
You do.
You know Schmidt's, yeah?
I know the Krauses.
Yeah, you know the
I remember the Krauses when they were on Myrtle Avenue when I was a little girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Got a little cappuccino. Aigner chocolate. Got some seating out here. It's February, but it's actually... I'm geared up like way too warm. Got my little testers there. This will be gone before Valentine's Day. Let me just rip this tape open. And oh, look at that. They layer each one nice. All right, I got my testers here. Yo, look at this charger. So the first thing we're gonna try is orange peel. This one's a horseshoe. Now before you go knocking, eating an orange peel, you gotta try it. That was amazing. This is the sponge. order these online. If you don't even live here and you like some honeycomb, look at that cross section. I mean, Van Damme. My wife does like honeycomb stuff, so I asked if they had that. They said sponge was the closest thing. I believe it's not a real honeycomb, but it is really good, and it has the consistency of a nice dried sugared honeycomb covered in Aigner's nice chocolate. This thing is really good. Look at that. That's a beauty. Tastes just as good. I don't even... Oh, I was gonna say I don't remember what these are, but these are the gingers. I'd be eating these whole. I'd be eating these by the fistful if I weren't making a video and trying to show cross sections. Baby boy, baby girl. Just like the orange peel, the item that's chocolate covered is proportionally less substantial to the chocolate than at Schmidt's. There's like a lot of chocolate covering on this, but in this case it's like just right. That little bit of candied ginger kicks right through the chocolate, and that is nice, man. So that's it for me. I'm gonna save room for Schmidt's. Maybe stop by my grandparents, give them this. Got my wife's box in there, but whatever. Still got my poster. Almost left it in there. Chocolate. Let's have a look at this cappuccino. Best cappuccino I've had in Queens so far is definitely La Boulangerie. Forest Hills. Not too far from here. Maybe like a mile walk. But the smell coming off of this thing is so good. Holy smokes. Here. They don't have many options, but it's not a coffee shop, and the people who make it are not baristas, and for that, yeah, no sugar. They have some cool specialty drinks in there, and especially in summer they have some nice iced coffee drinks blended and whatnot. But you gotta try the cappuccino just to see, I think, a good idea of the quality of the actual coffee itself, minus ancillary flavors and fun things like blending ice and blending syrup and whipped cream and stuff like that. Aigner Chocolate, everybody. Ooh, that's a good cup of coffee. Off we head now to Woodhaven, to a very special place, a very special chocolate shop. Maybe the most special in all of Queens, all of New York City. Schmidt's Confectionery. A great place. It was 3 years ago, almost to the day, but not quite, that I walked from here, where my cousin used to live, on the night that Near's Tavern was gonna close forever. It's a whole nother big story. I'll get to it soon. We stopped at Schmidt's. We went where I'm going, to the bus down Woodhaven Boulevard. Me and my cousin stopped at Schmidt's. He got something for his girlfriend. I got something for my wife. We went to go mourn the closing of historic Near's Tavern.
So, you know, the folks inside probably do not know this. We were in there a few minutes ago talking to everyone. The mood was upbeat and solemn at the same time because they were preparing to have their last drinks, perhaps, knowing that the bar was going to be closing.
Marge, the owner of Schmidt's, was very sad about it as well by the end of the night.
But as you said, we've just confirmed with the mayor's office that a deal has been reached to keep Near's open.
Marge was there with us at the tavern, celebrating that it had been saved and is still open to this day. I hope Marge is there today. I have a little gift for her. And for the patrons like me who are very into local history and trivia, the old Business Improvement District maps, illustrated by Carlos Sands. Let's head over to Schmidt's.
Let the door slam.
I mean, can you see through that window? Can you tell it's a wonderland of chocolate? There's the OG poster. Good, how are you?
Great. How's the wife?
Great. Hold them both up in pose. No, the chocolates. Schmidt's was founded in 1925 by Frank Schmidt. It is now owned and operated by his granddaughter, Margie Schmidt, who I met way back in the mid-90s when my sister went to ballet school across the street. There she is now, all grown up with her little one. Many, many chocolate-rich Christmases, Easters, Valentine's Days later, and we had Margie cater our wedding favors. And my wife designed that tin and the dress. So I would always see this Business Improvement District commissioned poster with a whole bunch of Woodhaven stores mapped out, not exactly accurately. I'm guessing each store probably paid to have their storefront and their logo put on the map. It was commissioned by the Woodhaven bid and illustrated by Carlos Sands. I could not find anything about him online. I bet you he probably doesn't remember this. It seems like he was a graphic designer. This was probably one of many jobs that he did. But if anyone does have any information on him, please let me know. I'd like to send him this remastered version or see if he has an original version. But anyway, I took that high-res picture and remastered it years ago, and just this year decided to print a few copies and bring it to Margie. They're available at Schmidt's in limited supply. When they run out, I'll replenish the supply intermittently for as long as I can or as long as we see fit. I'll also put the file up online for anyone who wants to just blow it up on their screen and take a look at all the interesting little things.
Left.
So I printed a bigger one for my mom, and it's in her bathroom in Florida. So a good thing to look at while you're on the toilet, you know?
Yeah.
It's very distracting.
Right, it's like a little bathroom reader.
Wow. Oh, the Wicker store, the Wicker Baron.
Really?
Yeah, Wicker Baron. Most of the stores are not here anymore. There are a few that remain, but there's things like the Wicker Baron. They just sold wicker stuff like benches made of wicker and baskets made of wicker. Stores like that they can't exist anymore, even though they tried to like string along with selling baseball cards and stuff. But Amazon and things of that nature really changed the face of avenues throughout the city and throughout the country, really. But this map here is a time capsule. Margie tells me she remembers when the Business Improvement District commissioned this because she was one of the junior members at the time. She's now the senior remaining member, and it just goes to show how fleeting small local businesses can be. So support yours.
What's that? Is
You
that an
paid
Oreo?
for an Oreo? You idiot.
Is that an Oreo?
I am an idiot. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sean.
See you later.
Thank you. Yeah, well, you're gonna place it and come back, yeah?
Of course.
Yes, goodbye, thank you.
No cap, no doubt. Schmidt's is as good as it gets. Jamaica Ave, 1 block east of Woodhaven Boulevard. Take the train to Woodhaven Bully. J-Train, baby. All right, so I'm out here. I tried to get a rough equivalent of the type of stuff that I got at Aigner. Sponge, which they have too. I didn't know they had sponge at which is like a dry honeycomb type of thing. All right, here's the orange peel. Looking good. Looking crude. More crude than the one from Aigner. But let's have a bite. Okay. These are neck and neck. Look at this cross section. This chocolate covered orange peel has a lot less chocolate, which I like because the orange peel kicks through. It's like almost, there's like a hint of ginger spice in it because of how much orange peel to chocolate there is. The Schmidt's version has noticeably more orange peel. It's a matter of personal preference, which one you think is better. I think they're kind of neck and neck. And here we have 3 fat pieces of sponge. Have a look at this sponge. The Schmidt's chocolates are much more non-uniform, much less uniform. Let's have a bite. Listen to the crunch of this baby. Okay. Okay. Look. Let me just be real. Let's put the Hollywood lights away for a second. As far as the honeycomb goes, I mean the sponge, whatever you call this, so much more of a honey flavor. And same honeycomb design, less chocolate coating, which, whether you like that or not, is up to you. That's really a matter of personal preference. And that's good. This cross section looks a little bit different. Look at that. But we got a nice haul here from Aigner in Forest Hills on Metropolitan and Schmidt's Confectionery in Woodhaven, Jamaica Avenue and Woodhaven Boulevard. So good. So good. Both of these shops are a little hard to get to unless you live in this neighborhood or in that neighborhood where Aigner is, or one of the adjacent neighborhoods. But if you want to do a little food excursion, you want to do a little unbeaten path New York tourism, come out to Woodhaven, go to Schmidt's Candy, go out to Forest Hills, Glendale area, go to Aigner Chocolate. You got to come out to Woodhaven. There's a lot of things that make this sometimes dumpy neighborhood a very special place. Namely, Schmidt's Candy back there, Nearest Tavern, and Forest Park, and a few other things. But those 3, worth it just to come out here and try. And one of the best slices of pizza too at Sal's. That's another story. Have a great Valentine's Day. If you can't make it out here for Valentine's Day, come out to Schmidt's, come out to Aigner's for your Easter fare. Chocolate covered bunnies, eggs, blah blah blah. If you don't even celebrate Easter, celebrate it with some chocolate. Schmidt's Confectionery, Aigner's Chocolate, Woodhaven, Jamaica Avenue and Woodhaven Boulevard for Schmidt's Confectionery, and Metropolitan Avenue in Forest Hills for Aigner Chocolate. Wah-de-da-de-da! Grown man making a chocolate video.